Hi guys, how's it going? Nobody answering me? Okay. Maybe that'll help. It's actually a carving that my dad made. I don't know if he dated it though. He didn't. My dad made this carving years ago. It's one of his first ones. I can't remember who it is. But AJ, who's 26 now, used to come over and keep asking Grandpa when he was going to make legs for the poor man. So, my dad never got around to making legs for the poor man. Anyway, coming up on Christmas, and Christmas is, for years, I've been kind of a Grinch about it. It's just been just too much commercialism and too much running around, and it just tired me out all the time, and I just started hating it. A lot of demands for us to have the kids everywhere. And this year it's going to be the first Christmas without Mom. We're going to have it in her house, which is going to be hard on all of us, especially my sister Brenda, who lives in Ottawa. Because this has always been home to her. She only lived here and in Ottawa. When she moved out of home here when she was transferred to Ottawa for her work, and that's where she worked for her whole career pretty well, until she retired a year or two ago. So it's going to be especially hard for her, and I know Brenda and my other sister Val are both going to be having problems with the fact that Amber and I are taking over the house, and to them it's going to be like, this is home. We grew up here for years. And we're the only family that ever lived in this house. My mom and dad had it custom built in 1966. We moved in November 66. And Mom lived here for 50 years, 48 years. It's been home, and Brenda's been away since about 1981. She moved. So it's been, 34 years that Brenda this has been her only connection back home here, has been the house. And so it's going to be hard for her, because it's like losing the only piece of home that she had here. Because the only pieces she really had was Mom, Dad, and the house. And, Dad, passed away back in 2007, and now Mom back in May. And with me, with Amber and me taking over the house, it's going to be like taking that last piece of the puzzle. Now, we're not going to change a lot of stuff right away, because we can't afford it, having two houses. We have renovations to do on our other one to be able to sell it. But for a while, money's going to be pretty tight, because we're going to be paying utilities on two houses, while I purge cars and tools and stuff. But one of the things that we decided, Amber and I had talked about it, was the longer we wait to have a Christmas dinner at this house, the harder it'll be. So the first year Mom's gone, if we have it here, it's going to be hard on us. But I think it's better to do it now than wait for a year. Plus, you know how it works with families and in-laws. Every second year you got to kind of, you want to share Christmas with both sides of the family. So this would be the year that would be our side of the family and not the in-law side. So we had it set that when it was the in-law side, as we call it, we would have Christmas dinner with Amber's mom and dad when they were alive. And my sister Val would have dinner with her husband's mom and dad. So at my brother-in-law's parents' house, well, his mom just passed away a month and a half ago. So he basically lost his mom and his mother-in-law in the span of about 4 months. My sister Val normally hosts the big family dinner, and she puts on a spread like you wouldn't believe. She missed her calling. She should have been a caterer or a baker. She knows how to entertain. It does get stressful for her, but she does overall like doing it. And we decided that, she's lost a mother-in-law and a mother this year, and she's also retiring just before Christmas after 35 years with the company she's been with. So she's got 3 big things going on, and also dealing with the executorship of Mom's estate. It's not been a great year, and so to save her the trouble of doing the Christmas dinner and everything, Amber figured that we could do it. We'll do it. Make it a lot easier on everybody. So it's going to be here. So we've started kind of, or I shouldn't say we. Amber started putting some decorations up. Not a lot yet. Like there's the little Santa up here, and this has been up there all the time because this was my dad carved one of these for everybody. Christmas '92. So 22 years ago. 22 years ago. That my dad made one of these for everyone in the family. So they're all just slightly different. They're all about the same size, but they're all slightly different. So we're going to have the dinner here, and one of the things we're going to do is we're going to set up Mom's tree and put up all Mom's decorations, and then when it's time to take things down, we'll be able to pick and choose and distribute her Christmas decorations to my sisters and I, and our kids and the grandkids, so everybody can have a bit of something. So it kind of serves 2 purposes. But what I've decided to do, and I thought about it for a couple of weeks now, and I decided I'm going to do it, is on the front of the house here, there's four big windows. The windows are approximately 3 by 5. And we would normally put the Christmas tree, I'm just going to move a little bit here. We would normally put the Christmas tree right in the middle of the windows. What? Where the plug is. Where there's a plug to plug the lights in. And for years, Mom would have a tree right there, right by the middle of the 4 big windows. But as my sisters and I were growing up, in the 60s and 70s, we used to turn this window and that window into stained glass looking windows at Christmas. And the way we did that was using electrical tape and tissue paper. And it hasn't been done for years. And I decided that I wanted to, at least for this year, resurrect that. So that's what I'm going to do. I've already started without you guys, but I'll show you and get you caught up before we start anything. First thing I did was, of course, plenty of electrical tape. I needed more anyway, so I bought a 6-pack. The other thing I need, tissue paper. This is just dollar store tissue paper. And so I got a total of 50 sheets and basically 10 different colors, which will give me a good variety for doing what I'm doing. So the way I start, making a design, and for years we just did random patterns. This year I decided I want to try and do a couple of candles. One to represent each of my parents. And I didn't draw in the other parts of the stained glass window look because that'll just be randomly filled in. But the basic gist of it, I have just a graph paper and a quick sketch of what I want to do. And the way I do it is I'll outline each section that's going to have a different color will be outlined with black electrical tape, which will basically look like the lead. And then the different colors of tissue paper for the shapes and the shading. And then you just tape it on with little bits of Scotch tape. So that's the kind of idea. So to get going on the actual process, I've taken a piece of tempered glass that we have, laid out some electrical tape, and I ran a razor blade down the center, so it's basically half the thickness. Makes it easier to turn corners, and also the full thickness is just a little bit too wide. So that's what we do. Next step is I'm going to be cleaning the windows, and I'll use a dry erase marker to mark out the grid to loosely give me an idea of where stuff is going to go for reference based on that picture. I'll lay it out and can move the tape around, and once all the tape is where I want it, then we'll get doing the tissue paper. So I figured I'd take you along and show you how this was done back when I was 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, back in the 60s and the 70s. Turning the 2 outer front windows into stained glass for the holiday season, for Christmas. So enjoy the ride. It'll be something interesting to see, and I'll show you on the upcoming video. So take it easy and have a good one.